And welcome to Football Canapes for this live watch along of a Premier League derby between West Ham United and Chelsea. West Ham hosting Chelsea, and yeah, these London derbies are usually feisty affairs, and this one I don't expect it to be any different. And let's just see how it goes how it goes in this game and and yeah, so we'll see how it goes. Uh, I mean, Chelsea are on a good run of form. They have won their last 2 3 games from what I remember. I'm not sure when the Europa League action begins, but they were lucky to beat Bournemouth last time round. They, in my opinion, at least they should have lost, but they didn't, and that's of a good side, and they'll be looking to continue their red hot form in this game as well. They've been pretty decent on the road. They have won their last 2 games in against Wolves and Bournemouth, and they're once again on the road, and I mean, marginally, I would say Chelsea are favourites. Marginally, I would say not by much. West Ham and Chelsea have both gone in with sides that are reasonably attacking, and we'll look at the two teams, and here are the two
30
teams.
nominees
I
for the
hope
Ballon
I
d'Or have
am
just been
audible.
revealed, and these include the
And here
usual
are the two
suspects, which
teams,
include
and
Jude Bellingham,
so
Kylian Mbappe,
let's
Vinicius
just go
Jr.,
through
Rodri, Erling Haaland,
the
Phil
two
Foden,
teams.
and Danny Carvajal.
West
Some of
Ham,
the
the
others
home side
include
first.
Harry Kane,
The
Bukayo
home team,
Saka, Danny Olmo,
Alphonse
Granit Xhaka,
Areola
as well
at
as
goal. I mean, like,
Alex
I'm not
Grimaldo,
sure what
who
his
did
injury
remarkably well
situation
with
is. I
Bayer
mean, like, if
Leverkusen,
he's
who went
starting,
the
he
season
would be
unbeaten.
fit.
As
He
I
would be
also
fit.
expected,
It's
no Lionel
it's
Messi, no
just
Cristiano
that.
Ronaldo. Now, for me, my
It's
personal
just
favorite
that
would be Rodri to win it.
he
Now,
gets
let me know in the
substituted a
comments, who
lot.
would
In my
you like to
opinion, he
see
gets
win this
substituted a
year's
lot,
coveted prize?
and that's one of the issues for me with him. Just kind of wastes a substitution. Aaron Van Bissaka signed from Manchester United over the summer, and he's he's uh, he's for, I mean, I haven't watched I mean, all of West Ham, and I mean, I don't know how it's done, but West Ham have had a tough start to the season. They've already played um, top four, two of the top four from last season in Aston Villa and Manchester City, and they have come up short, which is unfortunate, but I mean, like, it's part of the process, and they'd be hoping that they can you know, do something in this home game, in this early kickoff in the Premier League, in the London derby against Chelsea, against whom they usually do pretty well at home. So yeah, we'll see how it turns out for West Ham United. So uh, Mavropanos and Max Kilman um, in the center of defense for West Ham. Uh, Emerson, former Chelsea player, he's at left back, so back four for West Ham. Alvarez, Rodriguez, and Paqueta in midfield. Somerville, Bowen, and Kudus up front. I'm not sure I'm not sure where Fulkrug is, if he's injured or anything. But Carlos Soler is on the bench, and is on the bench, and he'll be He'll be hoping to come on and do something. Antonio and Ings are on the bench as well for West Ham. So reasonably attacking bench. Carlos Soler signed from PSG, so the pedigree doesn't need to be explained and doesn't need to be explained, and it's and it's I mean, like, it's something that West Ham would be they would be, I mean, they should be confident in a game like this against Chelsea. Let's talk about Chelsea. They are always the big story in the grand scheme of things. Just as they were starting to pick things up, apologies, just as they were starting to pick things up, it's just as they were starting to pick things up, the manager got changed in the summer, and yeah, so uh, f- as far as Chelsea are concerned, Sanchez is in goal. Robert Sanchez saved a penalty last time round. Wesley Fofana and Tosin, I think, could play right back, and although Fofana could play right back as well. Tosin and Colwell in the center of defense. Kukurea definitely at left back. Colwell, I think, play um, left back, and Tosin and Fofana. Uh, Tosin at center half, and Fofana at right back. Fofana has played previously for Chelsea at right back. So, and then after that, Moises Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez, the two holding midfielders, sort of, and then the front four of Madueke, Palmer, Sancho, and Jackson. So a reasonably attacking lineup. And as far as bench is concerned, Jorgensen, Badiashile, Disasi. So good cover in the center of defense for Chelsea. Renato Vega, Renato Vega, who played last week against Bournemouth, he's back on the bench. Enzo Fernandez is captain and is back on the pitch for Chelsea. Keenan Dewsbury Hall, the guy who signed from Brighton, from Leicester, and he's in there too. And then we have Manchester United Loney in Jadon Sancho and Nicholas Jackson. So, I mean, good strong teams from both teams. Lineups, I should say, from both teams. Christopher and Kuku is on the bench. The person who scored the winning goal last season, and uh, the person who scored a winning goal last weekend, rather, against Bournemouth. Good skill, although I personally feel Marcos Senesi should have done better. Neto on the bench. Uh, the players they signed from Wolves, and Mikhailo Mudryk, who has been linked with a move away. João Felix, and so pretty strong bench, if you ask me, and a pretty strong bench if you ask me, and yeah, should be a good game. I've already said that, and already said that. What would be the result? I'm not sure, but we'll definitely have a poll regarding that. Let's conduct a poll. Uh, let's do it. Uh, let's uh, uh, let's uh, let's have ourselves a poll. Who Simple question: who comes out on top in this London derby? Who Simple question: who comes? So the simple question is, as far as this poll is concerned, is who out on top this London derby. Let's put in a hashtag as well. So that's so so there we go. There we have ourselves a poll. So do vote. I have gone with the draw in the poll that I've started, and let's see how it goes. About 15 minutes to go for the start of the game, and for the start of the game, and for the start of the game, and yeah, I mean Chelsea have been have been they've been talking about they have been I mean no news regarding the the ownership split kind of, or things that were going on and that were going on and that were going on. So, I mean, that can only be a good thing, and a good thing for Enzo Maresca is that he can focus on playing and doesn't have to answer questions about uh, you know um, what's happening with Clear Lake, Dot Bowley. Because I haven't seen anything in the papers as such um, regarding the ownership power struggle sort of that was going on between Iqbali, who's the face representing Clear Lake Capital, and Todd Bowley, who's the minority shareholder, although he has pretty substantial shareholding in Chelsea at about 38%. So that's a good thing, and that's a good thing, and and yeah. So I mean Chelsea. I mean, I think they have a they have a game against Carabao Cup as well. Although uh, I don't know exactly who their opponents are, uh, who their opponents are, but they will be. Uh, as per the draw, they were given an easier sort of a draw by from the Lux point of view, or from the draws point of view. So that ways, I mean, they can go full strength here and there, which does help their trophy hunt sort of, and so that's a good thing. I wanted to talk about West Ham as well. It's been I mean, it's been a busy summer for the Hammers. Uh, you know, um, David Moyes, he left the club after 3 or 4 years, in which the club was reasonably successful with winning the Europa Conference League, or getting to the semi-final of Europa League, where they were eliminated by Bayer Leverkusen and Frankfurt as well, I think. So it's been a pretty successful time for I mean, relatively speaking, for West Ham, and they'll be and the expectations were that were that Julian Lopetegui could come in and take the club to the next level where they want to be in terms of trophies, etc. And but as I mentioned briefly in the build up, I mean, like, still involved with the build up. So in the build up, that 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 it's been a reasonably tough start for West Ham this season with Manchester City and Aston Villa at home. They've lost both games, although they've beaten Crystal Palace away and drew with Fulham at Craven Cottage. Is it Craven? Oh yeah, it is Craven Cottage at Craven Cottage last week. A 95th minute equalizer for for uh, for West Ham. Danny Ings from a Jared Bowen assist. Danny Ings on the bench tonight, and he'll be hoping to come on and do good things. Uh, Hopefully, from West Ham's point of view, they won't be required to uh, bring on Dennings if they are. I mean, like they wouldn't want to be chasing the game, but if they are, they have decent options. Ings and Antonio, Carlos Soler, Vladimir Sufal, if they want to change their uh, you know fullbacks. So that ways it's a good option to have for it's a good option for it's a good option for it's a good option for West Ham, and I mean, so West Ham would be hoping for I mean, and Todibo is on the bench. Suchek, I'm surprised. I'm not sure if he's injured or anything, but if he's injured or anything, but he's on the bench, and he's on the bench, and I mean, Alvarez must have regained his fitness, so yeah, that's a that's a good uh, point in favor of West Ham, and and yeah, so they'd be hoping to um, put up a good smart showing in this game. No point, no point getting results if I mean you you can only match your ambition if you get results, and it's a pretty strong side. Somerville signed from Leeds United. He was really brilliant when he was playing for Leeds. Scored the winning goal at Liverpool as well. So, and Championship Player of the Year, if I am not mistaken, Crescencio Somerville, the Dutchman, and he'll be one to watch out for as far as Chelsea are concerned. So I mean, um, as I said, I can't pick a winner between the two. I've gone with a draw in the poll that you can see in the chat and if you do wish to vote, then please do, and please do, and yeah, look forward to hearing from you what you think of what you think of what the result will be. These games aren't usually fiery as in like other London derbies like Chelsea Arsenal, or Tottenham Arsenal, something like that. Uh, but uh, but I mean, these are entertaining games. I mean, I don't remember a nil-nil between the two teams for a while, or I mean, like I just don't remember any nil-nils between the two teams. And once again, you can see the teams right in front of you. Just about 5 minutes to go before the kickoff at the London Stadium. Julian Lopetegui will be hoping to notch up his first home win. Chelsea, they have been pretty good away from home in terms of results. At least they've beaten Wolves, they've beaten Bournemouth as well, and I mean they'll be I mean in some people's eyes slightly favorites, slightly I dare say between slightly favorite favorites between the two teams in West Ham and Chelsea. But it's a derby. Anything can happen. Anything can happen, and we'll see how it goes. But I'm expecting a good attacking game, and I whatever the result, draw, Chelsea win or West Ham win, I expect I expect both teams to score, or that is my that might be something that I maybe won't, but whether it happens or it doesn't, we'll wait and find out. But for now, the match is about 4 minutes. I mean, like 4 minutes away. The kickoff that is, and yeah. So West Ham versus Chelsea. West Ham versus Chelsea. Um, let's see how it goes and how it goes and 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 yeah, expecting it expecting a expecting a game where there are goals to be had and there are goals to be had and plenty of talking points as well. Hopefully no red cards or anything. Both teams are out in the tunnel. Jared Bowen, the captain, and Enzo Fernandez as well. The two captains out there in the tunnel. Both teams making their way out. About 3 minutes to go, and the start of the Premier League is always exciting. Premier League weekend that is, and West Ham have a big game in Carabao Cup as well. They take on Liverpool, travel to Liverpool to take on the Reds, who were in Champions League action last week, and the focus is on Somerville. That's his. I believe it could be his first start. It could be his first start for West Ham. Crescencio Somerville signed from Leeds. Championship Player of the Month for the season 23-24 and yeah, so Sancho, it's his first start for Chelsea. We'll wait and find out if he does last the 90 minutes. Probably won't because that's uh, that's uh, that's uh, that's I mean that would be I mean I mean he could do, but I don't expect it to be and uh, and both the lineups are out and a young player by the name of Andy Irving is on the bench as well for Chelsea. Enzo Maresca. Just going through the team news again. We'll switch to the main main you know main window and we'll get started with the proceedings that are required and yeah, so and and yeah, about a minute to go. Chelsea playing in their away dress of all white or off-white sort of color, and uh, and and yeah, uh, shouldn't be too long now for the game to start. the game to start. Cole Palmer, one goal so far this season. He was relatively quiet against the Italian manager versus Spanish manager. Julian Lopetegui, formerly of Porto, Real Madrid, Spanish national team as well, and uh, and uh, and both will be managers will be uh, keen to get a result in this early kickoff. Early kickoff, not sure if it does or doesn't favor anyone. Let's see who's the referee. Lucas Paqueta, West Ham to get us underway. Lucas Paqueta, the Brazilian who is under investigation from the FA, and 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 yeah. So yeah, here we go. The game is underway, and the game is underway. West Ham have got us underway, and yeah, the pitch looks really good. The pitch does look really smooth for the game and for the game and hopefully we see some good action from both teams. 4-2-3-1, I think, is the formation for both the teams in this game. 4-2-3-1. I mean, many teams now prefer 4-3-3. Many people play uh, three at the back, but 4-2-3-1 is the flavor of the day tonight or today night. And let's see uh, how 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 the lineups are, whether uh, Fofana, who's playing centre half and who's playing right back. My best guess is, as I told you previously, that I expect Tosin to play centre half and Fofana to play at right back. Caicedo, I mean, yet to his hit his top form, and I mean, difficult for Chelsea with Reece James, Malo Gusto both out. Elfie Gilchrist is on loan in the Championship and is on loan at the Championship and yeah. So Cucurella, Euros winner with Spain this summer, and Sancho. I mean, he had his falling out with Eric Ten Hag. Manchester United were not fooling anybody. Any were not fooling anybody by saying that he was back in training. It was just to get rid of him, and have a Chelsea have a buyback. Oh, sorry, obligation to buy for Jadon Sancho. So if certain conditions are met, which I would imagine would be a problem. So West Ham in the D. Oh, Sanchez makes a decent save. Uh, it was pretty straight at him, and and Mavropanos with the first foul. I mean, must be a new referee. I don't know who the referee is, to be honest. Has Cole Palmer? No, Jackson. Oh, 1-0. Jackson scores. 1-0. Chelsea lead. Nicholas Jackson and Chelsea are up front, up and running. Up front. They are in front. And West Ham defense. I mean, Alphonse Areola. I don't know what that is. Absolute garbage from him. And Jackson has scored again. Again. I mean, like, He didn't score last time round, but this time he has given Chelsea a or maybe a fourth minute lead. I mean, we saw Sanchez make a decent save, but Alphonse Areola, I mean, my goodness, that is terrible. And he's well onside. And the right back, Van Bissaka, and through the keeper's legs. So, uh, an early goal that should calm any nerves that the Chelsea may have had, and that is, I mean, I don't know whether to blame Areola or not, but that is, I mean, if Jackson meant it, then then it's a remarkable, accuracy, and Areola is beaten. I mean, could have done maybe a bit better. Uh, I mean, maybe he didn't need to be in that position, and Nicholas Jackson has given Chelsea a lead. I don't want to say well deserved because there was, I mean, just there was just 3 minutes of action, and there was uh, there was nothing. To separate the two sides. West Ham had one chance, and they hit it straight at Sanchez, and maybe the angle was such that I mean Areola could have done slightly better. Maybe Areola could have done slightly better, but it went through his legs. That's not the first time, and throw into Chelsea. And I mean, an excellent start. Julian Lopetegui must be desperately disappointed with how things have started, but still, 84, 85 minutes, 90 minutes, close to 90 minutes left, and plenty of time to come make a comeback for the Hammers, for the Hammers, and and plenty of time for Hammers to make a comeback, and they have a good team with them. And here's Sancho up against Vance Bissaka, teammates for 2 years. Ariola collects. I mean, no one made an overlap. No one made an overlap, and West Ham have the ball. West Ham must make sure that they don't concede another goal early on. Otherwise, it would be uh, it would be really difficult for them to. It would be really difficult. I mean, as Bowen, the captain. Oh, that's a foul. That's a foul by Caicedo. Bowen probably asking for a yellow card. Probably, not really sure, but probably. I mean, it wasn't a bad tackle, but it was from a place where, oh man, Somerville nearly get got his head to it. Crescencio Somerville, Kudush with the left-footed cross. I mean, the body position was such that he couldn't jump high, and he couldn't jump high, but uh, but it was what it was, and it was what it was, and yeah, but a decent sort of a chance, just I mean inches we are talking about. I mean, and then there was still a lot to be done, and Chelsea enjoying good early possession. Although in terms of chances, West Ham have had chance to create more than Chelsea, but goals is all that counts, and they are 2-1 up. And here's Sancho up against Van Bissaka, That's a poor clearance, but well helped by Kudus. Sanchez stays back. I mean, Sanchez stays back, and but he did come for the ball in the end. He did come for the ball in the end, and Mavropanos and Kilman. Kilman, I really like when he was at Wolves, and I thought that West Ham would be a place where you know he can he could have taken his game to better heights, newer heights even, and but it hasn't been the most auspicious of starts for Kilman. Not talking about this game, but but the season as such, it's been tough. It's been tough. Chelsea, um, Aston Villa, and Man City. So I mean, it's been tough. So and Emerson, of course, former Chelsea player, left back. Oh, that's a foul. It's a foul, and Sanchez must be confident after his showing last week, saving a penalty from Evan Nielsen. So, I mean, showing his prowess, playing out from the back. Another chance for Nicholas Jackson to run into the channels. And here he goes up against Paqueta, who's tracking him back. Auto! Oh, wide from Palmer. I mean, really close. That was close from Palmer. I mean, almost grazed the left hand side post of Ariola's goal, and that was really close. Palmer should have made it 2-0, and no doubt in my mind that like he went for placement over power or anything, and but there was so much space in in when here's Kudus again. Kudus has the beating of Kukurea, to be honest. Kudus Kudus is doing well against Kukurea. Kukurea needs support. Say Jadon Sancho isn't coming back to help out, and Kudus is having a field day. This game has been full of chances, and Cole Palmer's chance, apart from the goal, that is, was the best one so far. Was the best one so far, and a player of his quality, a player who scored in the final of Euros against Spain. He really should have done a lot better, a lot better. But I mean, he will Chelsea enjoying 70% of the possession. 70%. That's a decent number for. Very decent number, and West Ham. I mean. West Ham need to get their act together, because they are not only conceding possession, but some of these chances, especially down the right wing of Chelsea and left right wing of West Ham and left of Chelsea. Chelsea are having a field day, a really field day, and yeah. Here goes I mean who's that? Medweke. who scored a hat trick. I haven't mentioned Madueke. I mean, like he's been quiet, but oh, chance for Somerville to attack. Oh, that's a foul. That's a foul. That could be a yellow card for Fofana as well. No, doesn't look like a yellow card for now. But I mean, Palmieri. I think it was not Somerville. That's a bad foul by Fofana, to be honest. Should have been a yellow. Although he gets the ball in the replay, we can see he was stretching Fofana. I mean, like he gets the ball, Fofana. So unlucky to concede a free kick there, Chelsea, and in a dangerous area for a right footer to curl it and and maybe Lucas Paqueta or someone like that. Palmieri and Lucas Paqueta, the two Brazilians, are standing over the free kick. Standing over the free kick, and Sanchez. I mean, here goes Paqueta. Oh, again. I mean, like there was a player, you know, lying, and I don't know if he deliberately went or tried to go under the wall or something like that. But there was, I mean, no real point going under the wall. Maybe he didn't get a decent contact. He didn't get a decent contact, but I mean, a poor effort. I mean, a chance wasted to test Chelsea goalkeeper. A chance wasted. But I mean, West Ham, they may be playing on the counter. Oh, taking too many risks there, Alvarez. But he's a good player, formerly of Ajax, the Mexican, and the Mexican is a good player, and he knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing, and he knew what he was doing. And like one thing I must say, off a bit off topic, some of the dressing sense of these Spanish managers is really cool. And Julian Lopetegui in his jeans and his in his sort of what would you say? So Julian Lopetegui's dressing sense, even Pep Guardiola's and Andoni Raiola, the three Spanish managers we have in Champions League, the dressing sense really like they, they really do look good in that. Might not give you manager vibes, but they uh, really do look cool in those in that attire. Chance. Here goes Jackson. Oh, 2-0 Chelsea. 2-0. Jackson scores again. 2-0 Chelsea. And through ball and West Ham. I mean, they are shooting themselves in the foot with this high line that they have got. They've got no fucking pace, and then they are playing a high line. Alphonse Areola is beaten again 2-0 Chelsea with just 18 minutes played, and 18 minutes played, and Chelsea are up against it. Julian Lopetegui doesn't look best pleased, and Jackson, wow. I thought Chelsea needed a striker, but who needs a striker when you have Nicholas Jackson? Through ball by Caicedo, brilliant run, looks on side, and Areola is beaten, and and uh, and Caicedo with a good through ball, and I mean Jackson beats Jackson beats Areola pretty easily, and Enzo Maresca, the Italian formerly of Palermo, Pep's assistant, is delighted, and like it's hot in London. It looks like the sun is shining about 1 o'clock, and Chelsea looks to be home and dry. I mean, the way West Ham have started, it could be a riot because defensively they look all over the shop. And who's to say that Chelsea won't score many? West Ham might score as well, but who's to say that Chelsea won't score? Oh, good defense! Oh, nearly for West Ham, an instant, you know, halving of the lead. But here's, I mean, good defending, free kick. Oh, corner! I thought Chelsea should have had a free kick, but Chelsea should have had a free kick, but a corner has been given. I mean, okay, I mean, like Fofana makes a meal of it. Fofana really makes a meal of it, and West Ham have a corner. West Ham, ideally, in my opinion, they cannot concede another goal before half time, and they can't let they have to score at least once, or at least make sure that they look like I mean threatening something. Poor corner is cleared away, and Chelsea are and like making hay in the sunshine. It's all Chelsea. Although West Ham have the possession now. Ooh, ball lost. I mean Chelsea. Oh, West Ham look all over the place. Chelsea look well balanced in midfield. Enzo and Caicedo, both 100 million midfielders. High time they started and earning their con and Caicedo with a brilliant through ball for Jackson for his second and 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 I mean West Ham are, dare I say, in the moment at least, they look like in tatters. Julian Lopetegui is prowling on the touchline. I mean, looks looks a bit angry. Looks a bit angry and rightly so. His team. I mean, like, oh, Robert Sanchez playing with fire there. A through ball to Kukurea, which was intercepted, but the pace was such. Again, chance for Chelsea to counter again. Oh, this time Ariola does sweep up, does sweep up, and does sweep up. No chance for Emerson rather. Chance for, oh no, heavy touch. Somerville, I don't know how fit he is. I mean, he's a good player. Corner to Chelsea. Oh, West Ham again. West Ham trying to do something again, picking up momentum. But dare I say, is this just huffing and puffing, or they are getting into the groove? I don't know. Bowen to take the corner this time. Bowen to take the corner, and here it comes. Left-footed in swinger. Ah, dreadful. Couldn't even clear the first man, but he has the possession again. Again, couldn't clear the first man. He has to. Again, now he has the third chance. The England international and Lucas Paqueta. Bowen. No, dear, oh dear. That's probably the worst effort. And he's having a stinker. An absolute stinker. I mean, two chances to cross it into the box, hits the first man, and then tries to bend it, which goes so far wide, it's unfucking believable. Unbelievable. I mean, it's not good. And Lapatagui, rightly so, venting his anger. I mean, he's the captain. I mean, I can understand players having an off day or something like that, but that is a terrible attempt. I mean, you expect better. He was part of the England squad. Here's Cole Palmer, Madueke free on the right, goes to the former PSV man. Goes to the former PSV man. I mean, West Ham are West Ham not good from West Ham. I mean, Chelsea, if they keep their heads, I mean, two goal lead is, unless you're Everton, it's two goal lead is very hard for any side to overcome. And and I mean, we have seen Everton, bottle a two-goal lead in the past 2 weeks to Bournemouth and Aston Villa, but it will be a whole different beast if Chelsea do it and West Ham overcome that. But West Ham, maybe maybe Julian Lopetegui can wave that magic wand, and something can come of it. But you never know. You never know. It's You never know. You don't want to write people off, teams off. May One question I have to ask is: are West Ham missing Thomas Suchek in the middle of midfield? Is Edson Alvarez fit enough? I mean, in terms of pace, in terms of pace, West Ham defense is just pants. It's just pants. It's not quick enough. It's not quick enough, and it's not quick enough. And as Kudus deflected, takes the pace right out of it, and it and it's straight into the grateful arms of Robert Sanchez. But Kudus, who has been a bit, I mean, sort of not been involved that much with the interesting, interesting. Here's West Ham again. I mean, Chelsea look good defensively. They they are uh, they are dealing with the threat so far. That midfield of West Ham does look a little lightweight. Oh, could be a no penalty given. I'm sure there will be a VAR check. There will be a VAR check, but I mean, Julian Lopetegui and Craig Pawson. Craig Pawson is the assistant referee. I don't know who the referee is. I know Craig Pawson because he's a hopeless referee. The other one, the referee in this game, is a relatively new one from what I see. A free kick, West Ham, chance to swing the ball back in, and and Now there may be a check for that penalty. Oh, could be a yellow for Colville. Oh, that's that's a foul. And like that has to be a penalty, no? I mean, what's not the penalty about that? I mean, that has to be a penalty, no? I mean, Levi Colville or Fofana. I mean, that's a terrible attempt. That must be given. They are having a look at it so many times. That must be given. It's clear and obvious. It's clear and obvious, I think. And is it? No, no penalty given. No penalty given. That's a that is just I simply cannot believe it how that has not been given. I mean he grabs his wrists and pulls him back. How is that not a penalty? The mind boggles, the mind boggles. Corner West Ham from that resulting free kick, and corner to West Ham. I mean, West Ham, they must be disappointed. Is the corner cleared? Initial corner is cleared, and initial corner is cleared, and Udush. Oh man, and I mean West Ham enjoying a lot of touches in another free kick. West Ham. Oh, 2-1. 2-1. Kudush scores. Offside though. Offside. Offside. I got excited, but it's offside. It's offside. And Chelsea's 2-0 lead remains intact. 2-0 lead remains intact. And Lopetegui, I mean, like he's very uh, I mean, you know, he shows his emotions on the line. There are managers who keep things to themselves and who keep things to themselves, but Julian Lopetegui is looks like really emotional. And I mean, the thing that I remember about Lopetegui is that he was sacked by a Spanish national team on the eve of the 2018 World Cup. On the eve of 2018 World Cup, because he'd been talking to Real Madrid about taking up the job opportunity, and he was sacked by Real Madrid. I mean, just a few just a few months into the job, and so I mean he's been manager of Sevilla since then, manager of Wolves. I mean, Wolves, he did really well, relatively speaking. And then because the transfer budget what uh, wasn't what he wanted, Wolves had to sell players, so he cut his ties with the Midlands club, East Midlands Wolves, and I mean Chelsea. I mean, they are conceding possession of late, but his Sancho, Oh, Madueke. Sancho. Sancho with silky skills. I mean, Chelsea are. You could say they are toying with the. They are toying with the uh, West Ham and Van Bissaka. Kudus throw in. Kukurea. He's improved quite a lot. A lot of these Chelsea players have improved. I mean, defensively he looks good. Here's Jackson again. I mean, where is Van Bissaka? I mean, where is Van Bissaka? I mean, like both times he's been MIA. I mean, for the first goal, at least he was. I'm not sure where he was, but Van Bissaka has been. I mean, defensively, he's been. I mean, I'm not sure what he's been told, but I'm not sure what he's being told, but Van Bissaka, Thomas Suchek is coming on, probably for Edson Alvarez, and Chelsea need his defensive protection because for, up until now they have been they have been carved open time and time again and he offers a presence from midfield, from set pieces as well. Let's see who goes off. I probably I mean Rodriguez or Rodriguez or Alvarez. I'd say most probably. I mean, but Chelsea look like in cruise control again on the attack on the wings. Madueke. Oh, wide. I mean, comfortably wide. Wasn't even close or anything. But let's see who comes on for who comes off for Suchek, number 24. Not sure who that is. Probably Alvarez, I'd say, but not sure. Could be Somerville as well. Oh, it's Rodriguez. It is Rodriguez, the new midfielder that they've signed. And yeah, I mean, like, then look like an injury. Looks like more of a personnel change to stem the tide and to stem the tide and to stem the tide or something like that. And Thomas Suchek. Thomas Suchek is a. I mean, I was surprised that he didn't start. He didn't start, and he didn't start, and now he's on. Let's see how it helps how it helps West Ham if he does. And I still can't get my head around how that was not given as a penalty by the referee and VAR. I mean, I saw Mohamed Salah get a penalty like that a couple of years ago, or might have been 4 or 5 years ago, where it was just like a tap on the shoulder and a tap on the shoulder, and that's given as a penalty. And Let's see if West Ham can mount a fight back in the second half, and or half the deficit, or do something about the scoreline before half time, because because I mean, for now at least it looks like men against boys, men against boys. Coquerel to take the throw in, about 5 or 6 minutes to go before halftime. I'm counting the added time as well. Can't imagine there would be too much of it. Maybe 2 minutes, so maybe 7 minutes in total. And Kudus. Oh, chance for Suchek. Oh, Suchek straight at Robert Sanchez. Straight at Robert Sanchez, but Suchek with the chance. That's what I meant. That he's a penalty box presence as well. He is a penalty box presence as well, and yeah, could be an inspired substitution by Lopetegui. As I said, I was surprised. I mean, Sanchez, I mean, playing the ball out from the back quite comfortably, and I mean, this is far cry from last weekend when Bournemouth basically played Chelsea of the Park in the first and second half, but unfortunately conceded late to Christopher and Kunku. Again, Van Bissaka, I mean, he did get back, but I mean, he was out of position a bit. Alvarez may be playing as a third center half, to be honest. So maybe playing as a third center half. So maybe a 3-5-2 for 3-5-2 for West Ham. So Alvarez may be playing as a third center half, and again Kudus was offside. Just the spin of the ball kind of beat him, and maybe the ball had gone out. I'm not sure whether it did or didn't, but uh, but but the free kick nevertheless stands, which was given in the later on in the play. And oh, I mean, Moises Caicedo and here's Sancho. Oh, in the box he was, but his attempts foiled, and his attempts foiled, and now West Ham look to break on the counter. Crescencio Somerville again, again Fofana, free kick in a dangerous position now. Let's see if uh, if Chelsea can make it count. Fofana booked. I mean, he was pulling and shoving Somerville all the way in that. Mm, That's not where the foul happened. I mean, they're taking the free kick from such a deep position. That's not where the foul happened. Palmieri to take the free kick. 2 minutes added. Oh, corner wide from West Ham. Mavropanos heads it wide. That should see Chelsea through to the half-time, and that should see Chelsea through to the half-time, and and I mean the poll would suggest that Chelsea are more or less through, more or less through, and wow, by my reckoning, uh, is Jackson the second highest scorer in the Premier League this season? Could well be. Could well be. He's on 3 or 4 goals. Van Bissaka. I mean, again, I mean, Van Bissaka has been so disappointing. I mean, to be honest, every Chelsea player has been has been disappointing. Oh, West Ham player. I mean, uh, Van Bissaka, never known for his attacking capabilities. Argentina and Brazil there. Paqueta fouled by Enzo Fernandez, and I mean, I mean, I said Chelsea might be home and dry till for the half time, but it's a free kick. I mean, that's half time, I think, or should be. Wait, corner has been given, so no half time just yet. No half time just yet, and no half time just yet. Jared Bowen to swing this corner at 4 corners to 0 for West Ham, and Chelsea could have countered there. 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes now played. Oh, offside, offside, no penalty. Half time it is in this game. Half-time it is in this game. And, Chelsea have been really, really dominant. If you ask me, in this first half, in this uh, in this first half, I mean, West Ham have had their chances and have had their chances to maybe test Robert Sanchez, but I mean it's not been up to the mark for it's not been up to the mark for West Ham. Basically, uh, apart from that first chance very early on, they haven't tested Robert Sanchez enough. They've struggled to break down Chelsea, the midfield of Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez is been it's been good. It's been good. It's protected their back four. They have three. They have three center halves playing. Tosin has done. I mean, he has had very little to do. Tosin and Fofana. Um, I mean, solid. Even though he has been booked, Fofana he's been good. But let's talk about the half as a whole. As a whole, it's. I mean, West Ham had a reasonable chance very early on in the second minute. I uh, assume I saw that in the second minute they had a chance, and then uh, and then he Jackson broke through similar sort of chance. He puts it through Alphonse Areola's legs, and that was 1-0. And West Ham was staring at a barrel, and was staring at a barrel, and 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 at a barrel, and yeah, then West Ham did, I mean, try stuff without really ever threatening, and then again a good through ball by Moises Caicedo meant meant that meant that meant that Jackson broke through, and I mean, with an outside of the foot right outside of the right foot finish, made it uh, made it 2-0 to Chelsea, which is the current score, as you can see. And I mean, Chelsea have looked dangerous. Uh, yeah, I mean, they haven't tested Areola uh, ever since going uh, ever since going 2-0 up. 2-0 up. I mean, there have been a powder puff shot here and there from Madueke, which went wide, and then shot by Sancho, I think it was, which went straight to which went straight to Areola. But I mean, Chelsea know they don't have to do anything, and I mean, they can just, if they can, you know, defend properly. If they can defend properly, then it's basically half the job done. And West Ham, uh, I think Bowen might need someone to come up front. Crescencio, Somerville, I guess, could make way. They need a presence, sort of a presence up front in terms of a striker. Uh, so Danny Ings or a Michael Antonio Fulkrug, as I understand, is still injured. I mean, is injured. He has played for West Ham, but he's injured currently, so might not. No, I definitely won't be featuring. There's plenty for Julian Lopetegui to ponder. He's already made one substitution in Thomas um, um, Thomas Suchek has come on for Rodriguez. I mean, in the 34th, 36th minute, and West Ham might be playing with the back three and two wing backs in Palmieri and Van Bissaka, which is leaving plenty, and I mean plenty of space down the wings for Madueke and Sancho, and they are having a field day. The first goal comes because Jackson runs the channel on the left hand side and then puts it through Areola's leg. So maybe a change of formation is on the cards as well. You put Edison and Suchek in midfield in a pivot. Van Bissaka is not an attacking defender. You know that. I know that. I'm not sure how Julian Lopetegui is trying to make him an attacking wing back. That is, I mean, like it takes away from his defensive capabilities, and he has no attacking capabilities. I mean, all the while he was with the Manchester United, there was I mean, like he scored one goal, and that was the third of four against Newcastle United under Steve Bruce, which was an absolute banger. I mean, it was a good goal, if you ask me, banged in and so I'd suggest that Julian Lopetegui try and fix his formation and go with something which is more routine, if I can say, if which is more routine in a way, and which is more routine, and his players understand, and are comfortable with Paqueta. I mean, why are you trying to pigeonhole Lucas Paqueta? Kudus is a bit lost on the wings. Kudus is a bit lost on the wings. Somerville, okay, he's been in and out of the game because partly because Chelsea have dominated the whole half, and it. I mean, West Ham have had chances, but Chelsea have dictated how the game is supposed to be played. It's they are, you know, they know they are taking West Ham into areas where they are comfortable with. They are not bothered about XYZ. They know their game plan, and West Ham also need to up the pace as well. It's been a bit slow from them, if you ask me, but if you ask me, it has been a bit slow from West Ham, and and yeah, they if they want to, grab attention, and do something, then I mean, a two-goal lead is not insurmountable. They can do that. They can do that. We've seen many a team do that in the Premier League or in other leagues as well. But things need to change. They cannot continue like that. They cannot continue like that because that way is it's 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 only heading one way, and that is not a way that West Ham would like it to go. Anyways, I also wanted to touch on the topic about two teams that we thought would do reasonably well this season were Crystal Palace and West Ham United, but both of them have had a very poor start, and Crystal Palace have a tough game today as well with with Manchester United heading to Selhurst Park. Crystal Palace, I mean, controversy aside, they should have lost the game against Leicester City last weekend. Uh, a dodgy sort of a VAR decision went in favor of Crystal Palace. Lost their uh, they lost their first two games to Brentford, and who else they lost to? Who else they lost to? And West Ham, of course. And then since then there have been two draws, one against Chelsea and one against Leicester. So Manchester United, they've had two wins against two very poor sides in Southampton and Barnsley. I mean, Barnsley a poor side. I mean, they are in the League One, not League One. They are in League One, and so I mean they're not a poor side, but that's not Manchester United's standards, if you ask me. If you know what I mean. So that way is, I think, that ways I think Manchester United, for whatever it's worth, they've had two consecutive wins in just a week. Last Saturday they beat Southampton 3-0, and and uh, and then they beat Barnsley. So it won't be easy for Crystal Palace. So yeah, I mean Oliver Glasner and the Austrian manager and who else? Julian Lopetegui, the Spaniard. They were expected to do reasonably well, but I mean West Ham and Crystal Palace were, you know, touted as being two teams that could push for Europe, but but other teams are a bit too wise in the tooth and too wise in the tooth and uh, and yeah, I mean, if as it stands, the result doesn't go Chelsea's way, then if result doesn't go West Ham's way, then it's you're looking at just one win from five. So I mean it's 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 not that um, that West Ham had in mind and that West Ham had in mind uh, I mean, tougher fixtures will lie in wait as well, and will lie in wait as well, and and will lie in. I mean, will come forward, and if they keep playing like this, they might be lucky to finish in top half. West Ham, and lucky to finish in top half, or let alone uh, West Ham, sorry, European push. So that ways, I'd say I'd say West Ham. I mean, even if they don't win or draw this game, they must make sure that they they leave something of an impression where something of an impression where they show what they are on about. Maybe this game is as good as gone, maybe, but we'll wait and see. I mean, in a lot of 3 o'clock games today in Premier League, Liverpool taking on Bournemouth, Tottenham taking on Brentford, Newcastle taking on Fulham, and Newcastle taking on Fulham, Leicester, Everton. Late game is Crystal Palace versus no, Manchester United, as I already told you, and then tomorrow Brighton versus Nottingham Forest, and of course the big one, the really big one, the biggie, the top two teams from not only this current season right now, but but from the last two seasons, and so so yeah, there are other fixtures as well involving Southampton. I'm not sure who Southampton are playing though. Who Southampton are playing? I'm not sure who Southampton are playing, and it doesn't even ring a bell. Although I could check, although the kickoff has happened now, and I haven't started my clock, which I have now, which I have now, and so uh, has West Ham on the attack, and but Kukureya, too smart, too smart, too quick, but I don't see any, I don't see any. I don't see any substitutions being made, or at least maybe I was busy talking something else. I don't see any. Um, I don't see any substitutions as of now. So Kudush. I mean, yeah, the only substitution is the one that is Jackson. He's got support either side. Chooses Cole Palmer. 3-0. 3-0. Cole Palmer scores. Nicholas Jackson. And that's game over. Game over, I think. And we must be ruining his luck. Second minute in, uh, West Ham defense at 6 and 7. And I mean, I don't want to say anything, but this is more or less game over. Lucas Paqueta, I mean, uh, he's under investigation as well, and I don't want to cast aspersions on anybody, but he's been he's poor. He's been poor. I mean, and Julian Lopetegui's face tells it all. Tells it all. It's. I mean, all his team talk has gone to waste. Gone to waste. And Cole Palmer, to be honest, makes a good run. And gets beaten again. Areola gets beaten again, and I mean, I don't know if he could have done anything about it or not, but could have done anything about it or not. But off the post and 3-0, and yeah, more or less game over if you ask me, and game over. And I mean, West Ham are not coming back from this. West Ham are not coming back from this. No chance. No chance for West Ham. I mean, this could be a rout. Again, ball lost. Cole Palmer again. I mean, Lucas Paqueta. Uh, that could be a yellow for Edson Alvarez. Suchek has been booked. Edson Alvarez could be booked as well. And one thing I forgot to touch on in the halftime talk was how West Ham weren't awarded a penalty at 1-1 or 2-1, but I don't know what it was. Probably 2-0 at that point, and probably 2-0 at that point, and Alvarez and Enzo Fernandez, talking to each other. Julian Lopetegui probably knows in his heart that this game is as good as gone, as good as gone, and I mean, if Chelsea aren't dumb or stupid or anything like that, then they should you know they should basically walk this game from here. About 43-44 minutes left, and 43-44 minutes left, and like I expected a game that could be like 3-2 or something like that. It could still be, but I mean, but Chelsea are Chelsea are like it's men against boys. And Lucas Paqueta, I haven't seen the replay of the third goal, the one in the second half, but Lucas Paqueta needs to improve. There was the game against Manchester City. I don't know whether this was that was this season or last season. He he he's an attacking midfielder. He gives the ball away too many times, and too many times, and it's I mean, it was three against two. I mean, I you could conceivably blame uh, Areola for the first goal, but but I mean, but I mean, but West Ham have been dreadful, absolutely dreadful, and must say that Enzo Maresca has proven to be a decent choice. He's got after a difficult start, he's got his team, scoring goals. Chance, chance off the post, or did Sanchez save it? I don't know, but a chance nonetheless for West Ham. Game goes on, so it was onside. Oh, trying a dummy, but but nothing comes of it. I mean, this West Ham defense is slow. I mean, Nicholas Jackson, I don't think is particularly quick, but he is burning them for pace. These West Ham defenders, they are. I mean, again, ball lost in a dangerous area. Cole Palmer, oh, good, decent covering by. Not sure who it was. Good, decent covering, but I mean, West Ham are. At, I mean, people at sixes and sevens are better than are in a better position than are in a better position than are in a better position than what West Ham are. Their defending is horrid, absolute horrid. Here comes a double change. Carlos Soler and Mikel Antonio. I I I I mean, there's proof right in this video. I said West Ham needed a presence, and now and now and now the two changes might be too late, but we have seen West Ham come from a goal, three. I mean, what is Paqueta doing? They pass the damn ball to Doofus. But time for two changes. Carlos Soler coming on for. Let's see who is coming on for. Edson Alvarez. He's had a poor game. Edson Alvarez just now booked. Both the, I mean, people who I thought were defensive midfielders hooked, Rodriguez as well as Alvarez, and now Antonio coming on for substitute Somerville. That, I mean, I would have guessed that before I saw it happen, and yeah. So, oh dear, oh dear. I mean, Areola is. I mean, I was 50-50 whether he was at fault for the first goal or not, but Soler, oh, had it clear. Paqueta. I mean, these are tight spaces, but he's not helping himself, Lucas Paqueta. I mean, he's not helping himself, Lucas Paqueta. Again, Noni Madueke does well on the right wing, outside of the right boot, left boot. Sanchez, like, he is as cool as a cucumber, and again a free kick on Cole Palmer. I mean, West Ham, their minds are gone. I don't think they are So Fofana off, Neto comes on, and not sure. Sancho is off now, and so Fofana and Sancho off, and Disasi and Neto on. Disasi will go to right back, and Todd Bowley in the stands. Behdad Iqbal is there as well. So maybe trying to put up a brave face for. I mean, like trying to show a unified front, and I mean, this has been a garbage performance from West Ham again. And Ariola looks terrible. He's a fucking World Cup winner, and he looks like Bambi on ice, flapping around so much. A chance for Paqueta to maybe have a shot. Again loses too many touches, and Paqueta is getting on my damn nerves. Good defending. Otherwise, Kudus. We haven't seen anything of Kudus either in this shot saved by Sanchez. Pretty easy in the end from Carlos Soler. Again, Chelsea almost countered again, and the substitutions made by West Ham, two by Chelsea. Let's just check out which other games are happening today. Premier League, that is. Chelsea are playing this really smartly. Corner, corner to West Ham. I mean, Southampton could be playing Aston Villa though. Southampton are at hosting Ipswich, so two promoted sides. Corner comes to nothing basically. Aston Villa are playing Wolves in a derby. Udo slips at a vital moment and cleared away now. I mean, it's getting a bit desperate. Corner again to West Ham. Again, chance to counter. It's again 3 on 1. Here goes Madueke probably. Oh, saved by Ariola this time. And West Ham, what are they doing? Madueke should have scored on his left foot straight at Ariola. Here come two more substitutions. Jackson off. We might see Christopher and Nkunku. And Nkunku is there, and João Felix is also coming on. So Cole Palmer comes off as well. So maybe resting him for the Carabao Cup. So two players up front coming off. Maybe it's an opportunity for West Ham to maybe do something. I mean, two attacking threats taken off, but then two pacey forwards coming on in Palmer and Jackson coming off for uh, Felix and Kunku. It's not like Chelsea are getting any weaker, but the first choice. But defense is more or less intact for Chelsea, so that should help them. Ball one, free kick. Ball not one, fairly at least. Yes, again, Chelsea. Oh, inches wide from João Felix. Side netting. Again, ball lost. As in Kunku. Joe Felix. Oh, I mean, West Ham. I mean, I don't know if I've seen as bad as performances that from West Ham. Caicedo nearly made it 4-0. I mean, not sure what West Ham are trying to do. I mean, not sure where Chelsea are currently in the table, but should be in a should be in a decent sort of a position around top four or something. I know the other teams are yet to play, but it's a good start. It's a good start. The only game they have lost is to is to Manchester City. Ariola punches. In chance, ball swung in. Oh, defended somehow. Somehow defended. And Alphonse Ariola now collects. I mean, West Ham. I don't know what the actual F are they doing. Chelsea could take it easy. The game is more or less won. Another hopeful cross, which is amounts to nothing. And West Ham again running back to prevent a counter. Oh, well defended by Mavropanos. Pedro Neto is quick. Pedro Neto is really quick. And Kunku, oh, I mean, taken off his toes. Oh, that's a foul. Kokorea has to go in the book. Carlos Soler asking his compatriot to be booked. Maybe something more as well. And Kudush is down. And that was a very bad challenge. I mean, could have been red, and that is rash. Really, really, really rash from Kukurea. sliding in nowhere near the ball, and Kudush spent sprawling. I mean, the fact that it doesn't appear that there will be a reasonable sort of a VAR check is maybe there was another couple of substitutions. Cresswell coming on, and the young player I told you about is also coming off on. Lucas Paqueta comes off. I mean, shit performance from him. And Palmieri comes off as well. May as well finish the poll. Karen Brady, the owner, and one of the Davids. I don't know whether that's Gold or Sullivan. Sorry, I know one of them has passed away, but I mean, attempt straight at Sanchez. I think comes off it from Irving. I mean, like first touch and an attempt on goal. May as well close this poll now. Doesn't look like it will be. There will be. I mean, any doubt as to who wins and who wins. So again, West Ham making powder puff efforts, but nothing more, nothing more. Antonio and Antonio hasn't done anything since coming on, and but it's been tough for him as well. It's been tough for him. Oh, Chelsea are just hammering at the door, and how they are not further in front is just beggars belief. Just beggars belief, and yeah, as I said, West Ham they don't look up for it. I mean, ever since they went one goal down, they've uh, they've tried, but I mean, Chelsea have been far too professional and far too good. Honestly, the quality compared to West Ham is I mean undoubted, and West Ham have oh no, good save from Disasi by Ariola. I thought it would be 4-0, but Disasi's header is, I mean, that's a superb save. That is a superb save. That is just a superb save from Ariola. Pity he couldn't do that earlier. I mean, good header from Colville, and Disasi should have buried that a little lower, and Ariola was beaten. I thought it was Disasi, but might have been Nkunku. Might have been Nkunku. To check, needs to be careful. Already on a yellow. Some of the West Ham fans already making their way out of the London Stadium. They've seen enough. They know there's no coming back from this, and I mean there isn't, to be honest. Yellow to Kilman to plug in the charger. Lopetegui's face tells its own story. I mean, 3 o'clock. How many matches are there? One, two, three, four, 6 matches. 6 matches. I mean, Tottenham and Liverpool in action. They would be uh, header. I mean, it seems to me, and I know this might be not received in the way that it's meant to be, but West Ham are basically going through the motions. I don't think they have any intention of, not intention of, like, they don't care if they can score or not or whatever, because there's very little that they are uh, doing in terms of trying to affect the game. I mean, looks like they're completely devoid of ideas or anything. I mean, there's just nothing that's happening. Again, I mean, like an effort, sort of something resembling an effort. Oh, Suchek, almost, you know, or Bowen it was. Cresswell with a good cross. Suchek was there as well, so, but Bowen probably closer. and now more West Ham fans leaving. I can't blame them. Can't blame them. I mean, I talk about this game. I mean, like as it goes on, but let's talk about the games that are coming up. Some really big games. Liverpool lost last time round to Nottingham Forest. Mikel Antonio now booked to Nottingham Forest, and they have Bournemouth, who will be tough to beat for Liverpool. Tottenham have had a horrid start as well in the Premier League, and they face Brentford, who have been reasonably decent, and Tottenham need to be careful as we you know get more and more into the season, that they are not too far adrift of everyone who's chasing the Champions League. It's imperative that they get both the teams, Liverpool as well as Tottenham, they get results. I'm not saying that it will be easy or anything. I expect tough games for both of them, and tough games for both of them. And And other big games, Aston Villa versus Wolves is a local derby, and and like, what are West Ham doing? They are hell bent on playing out from the back, which, I mean, like, on occasions is fine, but is fraught with risk. It's fraught with risks, and I mean, it's I mean, they played through this one, but they need 3 goals. I mean, I know they're not going to get it, but they're more, interested in. That's just, I mean, like, I know, I know, it's Chelsea. The defense is solid, etc. But holy moly, West Ham are making poor decisions. I know these decisions have to be made in haste, but all credit to Chelsea. They 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 have been levels above West Ham. And if I were a Chelsea fan, I'd be really optimistic. And I mean, if Chelsea keep playing as well as they have been, they they I mean they should basically walk the Europa Conference League, and the Premier League as well. They should do reasonably well in reasonably well in. So about what, 86 minutes played, 4 minutes left of normal time. Can West Ham get a shot blocked? Shot blocked. So I was talking about 3 o'clock kickoffs in England. In England, uh, Newcastle versus Fulham. Newcastle could go top potentially if they win for at least 24 hours. And if that happens, then wow, as a Newcastle fan, I'd be really happy if that happened. And wow, that would be you know a sight for sore eyes if that were to happen. But I mean, not getting carried away. Fulham are a tough team at Craven Cottage or anywhere. To be honest, the team news has started coming in. Now the team news is announced. What 75 minutes before the kickoff. So I mean, not sure how helpful or hinder hindering that is. But the Southampton versus Ipswich, a big game as well with the two promoted teams. Southampton pointless so far. Southampton are pointless, and Ipswich they've looked good. Could have won last weekend against Brighton, but unlucky. Liam Delap's effort. In West Ham just can't just can't make it happen. And as we move closer to the conclusion of this game, I mean, I'm not sure what to make of it. Chelsea, as I mentioned briefly, levels above West Ham United, who have been horrid, honking, really. And tougher challenges will lie in wait for Chelsea. It's no doubt about that, and no doubt about that, and let's see how much time is added on. Nicholas Jackson again, superb this game, probably the man of the match. Alphonse Oriola, I mean, like he inspires no confidence in me. He 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 gets beaten too easily. He gets injured too often, and I'm not even a West Ham fan. And 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 the guy was at PSG for a while, and I mean, didn't do much. Didn't do much. Didn't do much, and yeah, Kylo Mudrik on the bench didn't get chance to come on. 4 minutes added. Not sure what we will do with 4 minutes. Both teams, I'm pretty sure, didn't want these 4 minutes, and didn't want these 4 minutes. Nonetheless, we'll see how it goes. Will Yes, like it, they make me laugh. I mean, more interested in, maybe practicing for their next games, but nothing has gone right for them from the very beginning. Again, chance to counter. Here goes Pedro Neto. Christopher Nkunku had initially gone offside, but Pedro Neto slows it down. Yellow card for Carlos Soler. That has got to hurt. I mean, like, it's like two bites of the cherry, and he could be in trouble. Although yellow card should suffice 90%. And Joe Maresca must be delighted. Absolutely thrilled to bits he must be. Here goes Antonio. Can West Ham get a consolation? The Skudoosh. His attempt is blocked, and now Chelsea on the counter attack again. 3 on 2, 4 on 2, 5 on 2, 3. 5 on 3, I mean. Okay. Somehow it's blocked. And Drewsbury Hall. Oh, wide. Wide from Joao Felix. And that should just be about that. Keenan Dewsbury Hall setting up Felix. Julian Lopetegui must be livid. 4 minutes have been played. Once this goal kick is taken, I'm sure it will come to an end, which it has now. And full time, Chelsea have absolutely entered home in this game. Julian Lopetegui not happy, storms down the touchline, storms down the touchline just to give you a rundown of the game. The game's done. Chelsea took the lead in the fourth minute through Nicholas Jackson. Then again in the 18th or 17th minute, they made it 2-0 through Nicholas Jackson again, and then the third goal came from Cole Palmer in the 47th minute. West Ham, I mean, what terrible, shocking, and absolutely shocking they were, and that's how it has finished. Plenty of games in starting in about half an hour, and West Ham desperately disappointing, and plenty of games, six of them starting in about half an hour, and would be interesting to see plenty of talking points. Chelsea, I don't know where they are in the table. Let's just check it out where they are in the table, and we'll just check it out. Let's just check it out where Chelsea are. So Chelsea up to second in the table. Wow, Chelsea second on 10 points, although most of the teams have yet to play this weekend, and I'm sure they won't end they could well end the weekend in second, but second for now, and that's really good from Chelsea's point of view. Anyways, guys, thanks very much for tuning in and watching. Those who liked, subscribed, and shared. So thanks for watching. I'll see you for the Manchester United game against Crystal Palace. And till then, take care, stay safe. Bye for now.